Respected Dr. Pankaj Arora, Chairperson NCTE, today's Chief Guest, Professor C.K. Saluja, Director, Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, and all other distinguished guests on the dais. So we have now come to this orientation course, program for the new institutions. So what we find here is that the ITEP, which is Integrated Teacher Education Program, is a multidisciplinary, integrated, dual degree program, which was launched in the year 2023. It has, of course, made substantive progress over the years. We find that 81% institutions that have already are offering ITEP have the requisite resources, infrastructure, faculty, etc., to be able to run the program. And we do see that there is a lot of positive and encouraging progress that we witnessed in regard to the adoption of this program by various colleges, institutions. But today also is the time to look back, reflect, introspect, and share the best practices so that the new institutions which have now been given recognition, I understand about 300 odd institutions have now got recognition. So it's important that we share our best practices with them. We are also able to guide them so that they're able to kind of effectively implement the integrated teacher education program in their respective multidisciplinary colleges and universities. So I also would like to say that I would, of course, request our chairperson, NCT, to kind of supplement wherever I have missed out a point. But there are very few, couple of, do's and don'ts that we would like that the new institutions, take back today from this national conference. So number one is that we need to maintain the multidisciplinary angle, essence of the program. There has to be a well-designed plan for interdepartmental collaboration to enrich the teaching, learning experiences of the future teachers. So I understand that this is to be multidisciplinary. It's a dual degree program. Second point, that there is a credit system wherein there's this minimum we have to offer 160 credits. There are those which have gone up to 182 credits, we find, but however, the most common credit framework being adopted across by the old institutions is about 160 to 176. So we need to kind of put our credits within this kind of common curriculum framework. The third point is that, unlike any other teacher education program, the beauty of ITEP is it's a dual degree program. So we should ensure that we follow the 40% credit requirement for the second major, which will be another disciplinary subject. Fourth point, that the assessment procedures require special attention. So we need to kind of encourage the students to follow the assessment procedures that are there for assessing their performance, because that will kind of prepare them, make them ready for the 360 assessment, 360-degree assessment, which they actually have to do when they go in the field and become teachers. So that's very important that you kind of groom them, train them to kind of accept the assessment procedures, which will prepare them for the 360-degree assessment procedures later on. Another important, I think, very, very important component of this program is a state-specific pedagogical nuances. So we have to understand that the beauty of the program is that it teaches you state-specific pedagogical experiences that you need to kind of adopt and, adopt these in your teaching practices so that students at different ages are able to understand, and your teaching and procedures, practices are in sync with the state-specific pedagogical requirements. So that is important for us to understand. We need to kind of emphasize the state-specific pedagogical teaching practices at all levels during this 4-year integrated teacher education program. We also need to kind of understand, as I go back to the beautiful words, guidance given by Dr. C.K. Saluja. He said we have to have teachers who are really modern, who are innovators, who have the best learning, contemporary learning, but also we need to ensure that they are deeply rooted in India's culture, traditions, value system. It's very, very important that the ITEP rolls out teachers who are both the best of the breed and also are very deeply embedded in India's tradition, rich cultural tradition. We also, as Professor Saluja has also said, that we have currently NCT is offering two major initiatives: the National Professional Standards for Teachers and the National Mission for Mentoring. So please ensure when you have offering ITEP in your respective institutions, you also create awareness of these two programs in your curriculum, so that teachers, students who pass out are aware that NBST and NNM are also there, very important key initiatives which they need to kind of accept, adopt, and register themselves to become better teachers. We also have Dr. Pankaj Arora has also very graciously offered that we will be devising a system where we will request some of our old institutions to nominate mentors or people who are experts, and those people can go and kind of do the hand-holding support in the new institutions, so that people who have any kind of challenges they face, any issues, concerns that they have, those can be sorted out with the help of these mentors or people who are experts who are nominated. Coming really to the very other kind of generic points, I would some of the do's that we would emphasize or we would encourage you to follow. Number one, please maintain the faculty strength as per the prescribed norms. Number two, ensure that your respective multidisciplinary institutions have the adequate infrastructure in terms of classrooms, laboratories, ICT labs, sports, playgrounds, libraries, etc. Please ensure that all of those resources are in place. And the other point is that as I already kind of mentioned, that we have a 160 credit system. So please follow the prescribed curriculum and the academic structure. You may have the flexibility, 30% flexibility is there, but try and please not really overshoot that 30% cap, and try to really make it within that common framework of 160 to 176 credit. That would be really ideal to kind of follow. And also when we say that we are going to, looking at 40% required credits for the second disciplinary subject. So that also please kindly ensure that you follow the prescribed academic structure. As you all know that the admission to the ITEP is through the NCET. So please follow that very, very transparent and merit-based admission to the ITEP through the NCET. Please, that is really important for all the institutions to kind of understand that we would want you to follow this particular channel of admitting new students. Also importantly, that this is a very beautiful course because you have an opportunity for doing internships. In the last few leg of your course, you have your own institutions are able to tie up with local schools in the neighborhood to be able to go and do the practical part of teaching, to go to those schools and do the internships. So please tie up with your neighborhood schools, KVs, NVs, and ensure that your students get the adequate opportunities for doing the internships. Also, as we all have said, that integrated teaching, multidisciplinary learning. So please also bear that in mind, and also please provide enough opportunities for community engagement, for research, innovation, practical learning. We also know that we are now coming up with a new system wherein our students will also be helping out in adult education. So please understand that you're part of the community and your students have to be part of that family to see that learning outcomes improve, and also wherein there are some people who are not educated, we're also able to help them out in the education. Please also, of course, lastly, please hold regular classes, regular practical experiences, have systems for grievance redressal, And also please use the feedback. Get the feedback and use that feedback for continuous improvement. From my side, I think that if there's anything that anybody would like to add, I would request my seniors and eminent people on the dais to kind of supplement if I have left out any do's or don'ts. But ideally speaking, please, this is a forum for sharing the best practices, so please come out and be more vocal and be more interactive in these sessions so that we all of us learn from your experiences and we can adopt those best practices in improving and effectively improving the scaling up and the implementation of the ITEP, which will be the only degree after 2030. So we want that to happen, and please help us in this endeavor. Thank you very much.